Hello friends, this is SriRam Shastri and you're watching my channel. I welcome you all to my new session on human health and diseases, the class 2 topic for NEET. So starting with the first question here, these are some of the MCQs I have collected for discussion in this video on human health and diseases. It's a very important topic. So we'll continue with the questions now. Match the different leukocytes given under column 1 with their functions given under column 2. Choose the answer which gives the correct combination of alphabets. Eosinophil, neutrophil, lymphocyte, monocytes. As we know the answer, monocytes they differentiate into nucleophages. Lymphocytes they are involved in production of antibodies. Neutrophils they are phagocytic in nature. Eosinophils they have a role in allergic response. So A, R, B, P, C, Q and D, T. The right answer is B. Now if we talk about the second one, match the diseases of respiratory system given under column 1 with the organism responsible for the infection given under column 2. Pneumonitis, pneumonia and TB, cryptococcosis, pulmonary eosinophilia. Pulmonary eosinophilia is again because of bacteria, fungus, virus and protozoa, but because bacterial, fungal and viral infections specifically have their options in this question, so we can go with the protozoan disease. Now if you talk about cryptococcosis is caused by cryptococcus, it's a fungus. And if you talk about pneumonia and TB, they are bacterial in origin. If you talk about pneumonitis, they have an allergic response in the lungs because of viral infections. So A is R, B is P, C is Q and D is T. Again for this also the answer is B. Third question, which drugs which cause malformation in embryo during pregnancy is called tranquilizer, teratogen, nicotine, sedatives. Drugs which cause malformation in embryo are called as teratogens. The chemicals which alter the development of fetus are called as teratogens, whereas tranquilizer, nicotine and sedative, they are drugs which affect the brain and not the embryo and its development. LSD is obtained from Erythroxylum coca, Papaver somniferum, Cannabis sativa, Claviceps purpurea. Erythroxylum coca is being used in production of cocaine. Papaver somniferum is used in production of opiates. Cannabis sativa is used in production of cannabinoids. Claviceps purpurea, commonly called as ergot fungus, is the answer from which LSDs are produced. LSD stands for lysergic acid diethylamide. Naloxone is used as an antidote intravenously for the overdose of heroin, opium, librium, morphine. Now for this also again, naloxone is a directly antidote used against opium. So opium is the drug. For high dose of opium, naloxone is being used as an antidote. Charas, ganja and marijuana are stimulant, depressant, hallucinogenic, none of these. We can easily answer this as hallucinogenic drug. So what do you mean by stimulant, depressant, hallucinogenic? Stimulants are the drugs which stimulate the brain activity. Depressants are the drugs which suppress the brain activity. Hallucinogenic drugs are those drugs which cause hallucinations. Hallucinations is a state of mind where a person starts imagining the things and they think those imaginations to be real. So it's a type of daydreaming, we can say, hallucinogenic effect. So right answer is hallucinogenic. Which is a stimulant? LSD, cocaine, opium, heroin. As just we discussed, LSD, opium and heroin, they are non-stimulants, whereas cocaine is considered as a stimulant drug. Reserpine, a hyposensitive drug, is obtained from seeds of Vitiana somnifera, Rauwolfia, Serpentina, Catharanthus roseus, Syzygium. For this, the right answer again directly we know it's Rauwolfia. Rauwolfia is the plant from which the drug reserpine is obtained. Now coming to the ninth question, LSD is a opiate, stimulant, hallucinogen, antidepressant. Again, LSD is an hallucinogenic drug. Marijuana is extracted from dried leaves and flowers of hemp plant, roots of hemp plant, ergot fungus, cocoa plant. Again, from NCERT we know the answer, it's A. The dried leaves and flowers of hemp plant. Hemp plant is a common name scientifically called as Cannabis sativa is a plant from which marijuana is extracted. So option is A. Which of these are psychotropic drugs? Hallucinogenic, stimulant, tranquilizer, both A and B, none of these. Psychotropic drugs are the drugs which alter the psychological conditions of a person. We can consider them as hallucinogenic drugs directly. The tobacco protein induced arteriosclerotic diseases. Arteriosclerosis is hardening of the blood vessels and difficulty in pumping the blood. And this disease it should be caused by tobacco. In this option, we have to search the option which is a type of arteriosclerotic disease caused by nicotine. Aneurysm is a disease of blood vessels, but not because of tobacco. Polyarteritis nodosa is also a blood vessel disorder, but it's again not because of tobacco. Thromboangiitis obliterans is more commonly been considered as a disease of blood sclerosis caused by tobacco protein called nicotine, whereas D option DVT, that is deep vein thrombosis, is again a vein disorder not caused by tobacco. So right answer is C. Coming to the next one, 13th, physical dependence is not a feature of opiate, cannabinoids, cocaine, amphetamine. Opiate, cannabis, and cocaine, they exhibit certain physical dependence, whereas amphetamines, they are not supposed to show any kind of a physical dependence. So right answer is C here. Diacetyl morphine hydrochloride is heroin, brown sugar, morphine, methadone. Morphine is a pure form, methadone is a chemical form, heroin is diacetyl morphine, brown sugar is diacetyl morphine hydrochloride. So the right answer for this question is B. Diacetyl morphine hydrochloride is brown sugar. Mescaline is stimulant, tranquilizer, sedative, hallucinogenic drug. Now if we talk about mescaline, mescaline is generally considered as again a hallucinogenic drug. It alters the psychological state of the brain of a person. Barbiturates are antidepressants, sedatives, narcotics, antibiotics. There is nothing such called antibiotic nature of these drugs, but we can consider them as sedatives. They can be used as sedatives. People who suffer from anxiety or mild psychological problems, they are being administered with these tablets called barbiturates and their derivatives. So it is sedative. Aspirin is analgesic, antiseptic, antipyretic, none of these. Aspirin, again, it is both A and C. It can act as an analgesic, it can act as an antipyretic, but primarily it acts as an analgesic. Now what is the meaning of analgesic, antiseptic, and antipyretic? If you talk, analgesic is a drug which reduces the pain by blocking the pain receptors. Antiseptic is a drug which disinfects the region. Antipyretic is a drug which reduces the body temperature in fever. So aspirin is primarily considered as an analgesic. Caffeine, amphetamines, and cocaine are nerve depressant, nerve initiator, nerve stimulator, impulse initiator. Caffeine, amphetamine, and cocaine, all the three, they stimulate the nerve, so they are called as nerve stimulators. Now coming to golden triangle and golden crescent is famous for gold, poppy, ships, cocaine. As we know, the answer is not for gold. The countries which produce and export poppy, for the sets of the countries which produce and export the poppy, this word is being used called golden triangle or golden crescent. So the three countries under golden triangle are Laos, Burma, and Thailand. Golden crescent are Afghanistan, Pakistan, and Iraq. So they are famous for poppy. Overindulgence in food, then vomiting, is a nervous disorder called schizophrenia, amnesia, anorexia nervosa, bulimia. Schizophrenia, amnesia, and anorexia nervosa are not related to eating and vomiting, whereas bulimia is a disorder of overeating and indulging in vomiting. So it is D. Then coming to the next question, psilocybin, mescaline, and LSDs can be kept under, as we have already discussed this, it is a hallucinogenic drugs. They can be considered as hallucinogenic drugs. Organic compounds produced in living organisms harmful to other organisms are known as toxoids, antibiotics, pathogens, radioisotopes. The organic compounds which generally cause harm to another organisms are called as toxoids, but some of them we use it as antibiotics, right? But they are toxoids. Which part of the brain is involved in loss of control when a person drinks alcohol? Cerebrum, medulla oblongata, olfactory bulb. Actually, when a person drinks alcohol for a lot time, it affects most parts of the brain, that is cerebellum, cerebrum, as well as medulla oblongata. but long-term effect is being reported from cerebellum. Serpentine is extracted from Rolfia, Diascorea, Saccharum, aconitum. Usually, Rauwolfia is the plant from which serpentine, a drug, is obtained. Mumps is a disease caused by bacterium, fungus, protozoan, virus. Again, mumps is a viral infection caused by mumps virus, which causes inflammation or swelling of parotid glands in the parotid salivary glands in our body. Okay, in our body, especially our cheeks and the side of the ears will be swollen because of mumps. Coming to the next question, the chief functions of lymph nodes is production of newer blood cells, production of white blood cells to collect and destroy bacteria, production of hormones. As we know, lymph nodes are involved in activity of increasing immunity. They do not produce blood cell, they do not produce white blood cell, they do not produce any hormone. So A, C and D are not the answer, but B is the right answer, to collect and destroy the bacteria as an immune action. Now coming to the next one, if a person shows the production of interferons in his body, chances are there that he is suffering from measles, tetanus, anthrax, malaria. Now again, it's a important question here. Generally, interferons in our body are produced when there is a viral infection. Tetanus, anthrax, malaria. Malaria is a protozoan disease. Anthrax and tetanus are bacterial infections. Measles is a viral infection. So if you have measles, then interferons can be produced in an infected person's body. So right answer is A. 28th, a man is admitted to the hospital. He is suffering from an abnormally low body temperature, loss of appetite, extreme thirst. His brain scan would probably show a tumor in cerebellum, hypothalamus, medulla oblongata, pons. Medulla oblongata and pons are called as respiratory centers or pneumothoracic center. They are related to respiration mechanism. Hypothalamus is related to body temperature, appetite and thirst. Cerebellum is again related to several functions. So the right answer would be B. There will be a tumor in the hypothalamus which causes irregular body temperature, loss of appetite and extreme thirst. So next question, the agents which are known to cause CJD, Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease. The CJD stands for Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease. Similar disease is there in cow called as mad cow disease. Is caused by a class of virus, protein particles, fungi, a class of bacteria. So we all know that CJD is caused by a prion. Prion is a infectious protein particle. So it is C. C is the right answer for this. 30th question, a person suffering from frequent episodes of nasal discharge, nasal congestion, reddening of eyes, watery eyes. These are the symptoms of rhinitis, cyanosis, bronchial carcinoma, bronchitis. So if he shows nasal congestion, reddening of eyes, watery eyes, it's symptoms of common cold, also called as rhinitis. Vaccination against smallpox was developed by A. Robert Koch, B. Louis Pasteur, C. Alexander Fleming, D. Edward Jenner. We all know the first vaccine for cowpox and smallpox combinedly was developed by Edward Jenner. So Edward Jenner is the person who invented or who developed the smallpox vaccine. The most abundant granulocytes in human body is basophil, eosinophil, neutrophil, monocytes. So the highest number of WBC in our body are neutrophils. Metastasis is associated with benign tumor, growth gall tumor, malignant tumor, both benign and malignant tumor. In malignant tumor, the tumor cells get separated and can be circulated and spread into the body. This process is called as metastasis. So metastasis is associated with malignant tumors. Option B. HIV decreases natural immunity of the body by destroying antibodies, attacking T lymphocytes, destroying erythrocytes, attacking B lymphocytes. Generally, they attack T lymphocytes and reduce the effective nature of immune system of the person. So answer is C. The causative agent of whooping cough is Corynebacterium, Trypanosoma, Salmonella, Bacillus pertussis. So there are different options given here. You can see Corynebacterium, Diphtheria causes diphtheria, Trypanosoma causes sleeping sickness, Salmonella causes typhoid, Bacillus pertussis causes pertussis. So whooping cough is caused by Corynebacterium genus, that is A. The causative agent of malaria is Plasmodium, Trypanosoma, Leishmania, Bacillus. Again, Bacillus, they cause different diseases. Leishmania donovani, Trypanosoma gambiense, and Plasmodium. All the three are protozoans. Plasmodium causes malaria, so it is the right answer for this. Trypanosoma gambiense and Leishmania donovani, they separately cause the different diseases. Trypanosoma causes sleeping sickness, Leishmania causes Kala Azar or black fever. 38. Tapeworm infection usually comes under droplet infection, vector, measly poke, contaminated water. So tapeworm generally comes from measly poke of the flesh of the pig which is not properly cooked and which contains tapeworm infections. 39th. Accumulation of uric acid crystals in the synovial joint results the disease rheumatism, gout, osteoporosis, osteoarthritis. Osteoarthritis is a common arthritis disorder. Osteoporosis is spongy bone disease due to deficiency of calcium or vitamins D. Gout is a condition where uric acid crystals get deposited in the synovial joints, and it's called as gout or gouty arthritis. So for this question, the right answer is B. Rheumatism or rheumatic arthritis is also a kind of joint disorder caused by autoimmune reaction. The spread of cancerous cells to distant sites, secondary malignant growth, is called metagenesis, metamorphosis, metastasis, thermostasis. This term is called as metastasis. Aflatoxin induces cancer in lung, liver, kidney, heart. Aflatoxins are said to cause a particular type of cancer by promoting certain modifications of liver cells. So liver cancer can be caused by aflatoxins. B. Hemolytic anemia disease is caused by AIDS, leprosy, ABO incompatibility, liver cirrhosis. Now AIDS is not the answer, leprosy is also not the answer, ABO incompatibility does not have any relation with this, whereas liver cirrhosis is been related. In some people, the liver cirrhosis is the causative agent for hemolytic anemia, but there are several other reasons also, but for this question the option is liver cirrhosis. Mood altering drugs are also called as sedative, narcotic, hallucinogenic, psychotropic drugs. They are called as psychotropic drugs. Cannabis sativa is stimulant, narcotic, stimulant, hallucinogenic. So if we talk about cannabis sativa, again it acts as a hallucinogenic drug. Give the correct matching of causative agent and germ and the disease. Glossina, Kala Azar, Anopheles, malaria, Wuchereria, filariasis, Leishmania, sleeping sickness. So here Glossina is not related to Kala Azar, whereas Wuchereria, filariasis, Anopheles, malaria, Leishmania, sleeping sickness. Among these, Glossina is a vector for disease. It's not the germ for the disease. Anopheles is also vector for the disease, not the germ for the disease. Leishmania does not cause sleeping sickness, it causes Kala Azar. Sleeping sickness is caused by trypanosoma. So the right answer is C, Wuchereria bancrofti. The blood cancer is known as hemolysis, leukemia, hemophilia, thrombosis. The scientific term for blood cancer is leukemia. Which of the following disease is due to the allergic reaction? Skin cancer, goiter, hay fever, enteric fever. Among this, skin cancer, goiter, and enteric fever are having several reasons for that, whereas hay fever is also called as allergic rhinitis, is an allergic respiratory disorder. So it is C, hay fever. Which of the following pair is pair of diseases caused by virus: rabies, mumps, typhoid, tetanus, AIDS, syphilis, cholera, tuberculosis. Now, rabies is caused by rabies virus, mumps is caused by mumps virus, typhoid is caused by bacteria, tetanus is also caused by Clostridium tetani, AIDS is caused by virus called HIV, syphilis is caused by again a bacteria called Treponema palladium. Then, if you talk about cholera and tuberculosis, both are bacterial diseases. For the right answer is A. Rabies and mumps both are viral diseases. Botulism caused by Clostridium botulism affects the lymph gland, spleen, intestine, central nervous system. So it completely blocks the secretion of acetylcholine and functioning of the brain. So central nervous system is the right answer for botulism. Diphtheria is caused by nematodes, virus, bacteria, none of these. Diphtheria is also caused by a bacterium called as Corynebacterium diphtheriae. So it is C, bacteria. Which of the following causes plague? Trichinella spiralis, then Yersinia pestis, Salmonella typhimurium, Leishmania donovani. Trichinella causes trichinollasis, Yersinia pestis causes plague or black death, Salmonella typhimurium causes typhoid, Leishmania donovani causes kala azar. So right answer is B, Yersinia pestis, or also called as Pasteurella pestis. Which one of the following does correctly match a sexually transmitted disease with its pathogen? Syphilis, Treponema palladium, soft sore, Bacillus brevis, gonorrhea, entamoeba histolytica, urethritis, Bacillus anthracis. So the only right answer here is A, whereas the others are mismatches. The causative agent of mad cow disease is a virus, prion, worm, bacterium. As similar to CJD, mad cow disease is also a protein particle disease caused by prions. AIDS was first reported in Russia, France, Germany, USA. The answer is USA. AIDS can be transmitted by blood transfusion, courtship, handshake, all of the above. Generally, it can be caused by blood transfusion directly, but as courtship and handshake, not very exactly we can say it's not as such contagious disease, but blood transfusion is surely the right answer. AIDS is caused by blood cancer, human T-cell leukemia virus, bacterium, TMV. Previously, before naming it as HIV, the AIDS virus was named as human T-cell leukemia virus, but later on it was termed as HIV. So the right answer for this question is B, AZT, that is 3-azido-2,3-dideoxythymine, is used in the treatment of malaria, AIDS, malaria and kala-azar. So for this again, AIDS is the right answer. So AZT is an antiretroviral medication used in treatment of retroviral diseases like AIDS. Coming to the next question, that is 58. HIV virus has a protein coat and a genetic material which is double-stranded DNA, single-stranded RNA, double-stranded RNA, single-stranded DNA. So retrovirus, it belongs to retrovirus, so it means it has a single-stranded RNA. Which of the following could be called immune disorder? AIDS and cholera, SID and what you call as AIDS and cholera, hepatitis and leukemia. That is, the answer is SID and AIDS. Severe what you call as immune, it is also, SID is also a immunity disorder, AIDS is also an immunity disorder syndrome. So both B, SID and AIDS are called as the immune disorders, whereas the other ones are not immunity related. Only AIDS is the combination in them. The confirmatory test used to diagnose AIDS is ELISA, Western blot, ESR, PCR. The most commonly used is ELISA, enzyme linked immunosorbent assay, or EIA, enzyme immunosorbent assay. So it is A option. AIDS testing on normal individuals is done by separation by virus, reduction in immunity of individuals, identification of antibodies, identification of antigen toxin, generally by identification of the antibodies. AIDS is endemic, epidemic, pandemic, sporadic. According to WHO, even though it is spread all over the world, it's not considered as a pandemic, it's still considered as an worldwide epidemic. HIV belongs to which of the following families of virus? Reovirus, lentivirus, togavirus, adenovirus. HIV belongs to a family called lentivirus. Development of vaccine is difficult for AIDS because ENV gene undergoes mutation at rapid rate, undergoes reverse transcription, integrates into large number of host genes, integrates its genome into the helper T cells. So the very correct answer for this is undergoes mutations at a very rapid rate. So for today, we'll stop this video here itself. I hope you might have got the questions and the answers very clear. Go through the video keenly, and if any such other topics you want to be discussed, you can suggest me in the comments and we can take up some more questions on other topic. Thank you.